Alright, come on, Taylor. Give it to us. We're gonna save all these rats. By the way, I will mention those names all sounded like rat names. Like real rat names. A ship.
What?
Oh my god, there's a ship. A ship in this sector. I can't tell. I mean, it's too early to know whether on the arc to this moon, wherever they got my SOS. But they've entered the sector map and my monitor lit up like Christmas. I imagine my eyes did that too. It's been slowly pacing around, just trying to keep my distance from the
I
rats.
thought he was gonna go out to these people things.
Well, then all this happened, though.
Oh, okay.
But I've been running over to check it over, and the heartbeat, creepy space rodents began because this is huge news. Please, please, let them pick up my SOS signal. Please let them get me off of this godforsaken rock. All I ask is that, that doesn't seem good. What is it? There's something on the other computer. Remember the one with the time to pulse countdown? The one that just lit up too? There's new text on the screen, and I don't like the way it sounded. Sector breach, target acquired.
Maybe that's how they're taking out all the ships.
Oh, tracking. I think it's reasonable to assume that is in reference to the new ship. This one that's potentially coming to rescue me. The one that I would really prefer not to be target.
Could you override it? Or can you warn him?
Oh god. He's in a room where he has no basic frame of operation. I mean, everything's in English and it seems to be stuff. But
you can't just assume anyone can sit down and override it.
We could ask, well, and on the, wait a minute, there's an alarm system.
You could.
That would alarm him, though. It wouldn't alarm the ship.
You could try and warn him.
But how?
I don't know. But it might be easier than trying to override it.
Well, I mean, you could just rip everything out.
That doesn't mean it'll work.
I don't know. What do you think? Lady's choice.
Damn it, don't do this to me. I would try and warn him first.
Okay.
I can't promise it'll go well.
I don't know. I can try. Just send another general message the same way I did with the SOS. I'd have to hope they read English, and I don't even know what I'd be warning them of, really. I don't know what's targeting them. Missile, some kind of projectile, or... No, of course not, Taylor, you dummy. It's a pulse.
I told
not
you.
Like electronic pulse, which would explain the compass and everything else going out. Some kind of directed energy weapon. Like, I don't know, a particle beam? Good lord. A strong enough energy beam set loose in the vacuum space could really do some damage. You could tear a spaceship like the Valeria right in half.
Can you override it?
Can you override it? I don't know. I'd love to, but unlike in all those B-grade science fiction movies I love so much, there's no big red button with the words manual override stamped on it.
Can you just shut up and do something?
I know I'm not enough computers to torrent some BBC shows or program little choose-your-own-adventure games in my spare time. But trying to hack into this thing and override a weapon system, unless the password is password, I might be in trouble. Doesn't mean I'm not going to try, though. Hope it works. Or how close are the visitors, the 5 people?
Well, we need to check on them because we're assuming that they haven't moved, or like they've kept moving while we're doing whatever.
Yeah, but is it going by checking
them? Does it matter?
By checking in, will time run out to the ship?
Probably.
All right. I hope it works, soldier. Godspeed. You and me both. If you were a praying type, I'd take some of those too. You got it. Much obliged. Hopefully they'll make up for all the swearing I did in the cold last night. Swear all you need.
Heck yeah.
Thanks. If I need one more stretcher that gets added to the mix, I promise I'll take you up on that. The 5 human shapes, and yes, there's still that, only 5. They're maybe 10 minutes out from the peak. I'm just going to stay right where I am. No need to go out and meet them, for better or for worse. They're headed straight for me. Besides, between keeping an eye on the rats and trying to keep my potential rescuers from being shot out of the sky, I've got plenty on my hands already. Thanks. Keep working on the computers, attend to the rats.
Do you think the rats will bite them if we help the rats?
Will they help us? You mean, will they help us?
Will the rats help us? If they if they're lab rats, are they trained? Will they go bite somebody?
What do you think? You know what? I've given you too many of these impossible choices.
I'm kind of thinking though, like you're worried about the clock running down, which is always such a big deal, but just like maybe you need to take a moment away to tend to the rats and just calm your mind.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna tend to the rats. That's what I think.
That's just kind of a random one, but.
I know these really little guys, but I don't think I want to give them too close to anyone. There's just something wrong about them now. What I could though is leave some rat pellets in the corner for them to snack on.
That works.
I mean, they're probably starving by now. I have no idea what they've survived on in the last couple of days. A little food should keep them occupied so I can work with the computers.
Yes.
I'm thinking. Oh, we got another achievement. Feed the rats.
Yay.
Oh, they will keep growing with green eyes.
Oh yeah, green eyes.
Thanks. I guess I was due for one of those good ideas. All right, the rats are going to town on their lunch. So I'm going to bust out my very meager hacking skills. So the good news is I already know how to break into the broadcast and get my own message into the feed. Bad news, nothing here has convinced me there's a way for that ship to respond to me. I don't know whether they actually received my original message as opposed to just chancing upon the sector, and I have no way of knowing whether they'll be able to pick it up my warning. So all this desperately trying to reprogram the mysterious computer system could all be in vain. So let's just keep at it, just in case. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay. Keep at it just in case. Yeah, of course, I mean, I've got so much nervous energy at the moment, I've got to burn it off in some fashion. Better I should make an attempt at something proactive with computers rather than, I don't know, heroically twiddling my thumbs or barely picking my nose or whatever. Anyway, give me a minute or two here. Okay. The weirdest thing is it seems like something got switched or something.
What do you mean?
Because I don't even remember us telling him to do an SOS to that thing. And set. Okay, where's ever out there in the starship, I hope you get my message, and I hope you're on my way to come rescue me. But I hope you got your defense system at the ready because you're being targeted. And I hope you can defend yourself against whatever that weapon is, since I don't really know its nature or power. That's a lot of hope, or can't override it. That's a dick thing to say to somebody.
It
oh,
is.
That's a lot of hope. Can't override it. If I had any idea I'd do it, I would. I can't even get a clear number on the time to pulse. The numbers are moving so fast. There's a part of me, the not very scientific part, that wonder what might happen if I just start unplugging things. Or if that doesn't work, if I just start bashing things. Probably a bad idea. With my luck, I'd screw up the broadcast I want to be making without solving the problems. But confidentially, just between the two of us, sometimes even the nerdiest of science nerds really wants to move bashing things to the top of their list of things to try. Oh man, the visitors are almost here. I'm coated in cold sweat and there's a lump in my throat that has nothing to do with the terrible meals I've been eating. I don't think I've ever been this anxious in my whole... Oh, now what?
What is it?
What is it? I heard the squealing sound coming from the corner where the rats are eating. I must have been hungry. They got through everything I had to offer pretty fast. So I look over and Wilby and Patrick fighting over the last scraps of it, but it's escalating fast. It went from normal rat squeeze to, it's like shrieking. It's painful.
They're probably killing each other.
Seriously, it's making my feelings and my teeth vibrate. The other two have started doing that too. They're like circling, like cheering fans at a boxing match. You need to get closer, you need to back away.
I don't know if there's much to do, but I think this might have something to do with their environment.
Maybe. What do you think?
I don't know, I got nothing on this one, because I mean, if you back away, you're not going far. If you get closer, you can still get hurt. But I'm sure you'd want to know.
But see, also, would the rats be to a point where they've escalated where, like two dogs fighting, where if you tried to separate them...
You get hurt?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. Take your pick.
Okay, okay. Need to back away. You don't have to tell me twice, I was already backing away. Should be adding all of this to my notes back at the Valeria. These definitely qualifies as atypical. I don't see anything to write on with or around it. Oh my god, oh what the hell am I even looking at? What? They're killing each other.
Well, we kind of figured that.
I mean that in a completely other sense. The general squeezed two rats in the test group and oh my god, I can't watch this. The sounds are, oh god, and they're just ripping into each other's flesh. There should be, there should be so much blood, but there isn't. There isn't any blood at all. What the hell is going on? Why is every single thing gone off the deep end since I got into this peak? Calm down, just breathe.
As a scientist, you need to keep watching.
Yeah. Given that these rats and their behavior are normal the entire reason I'm here, yes, I guess I do have to keep watching. It's just that, oh god, seeing the patch sharing and Wilby over a handful of crumbs is so disturbing. This isn't a fight, this is a...
Vivisection.
What's a vivisection?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
This sounds horrifying, or calm down, or just breathe.
Calm down.
That's just it, I'm halfway scared to even breathe. Keep walking up with that green spit, the same kind of green that's in the rat's eyes. Don't think I haven't noticed that.
And the best I can figure out is it's the side effect of whatever is in the atmosphere, whatever I'm breathing. Is that how they got this way? And does that mean I'm going to turn out that way too if I keep breathing this air? Because I don't think I could take that knowledge. I don't know if I could keep breathing knowing it'll turn me into that.
You have to keep breathing. You haven't gone violent yet.
You can't just stop breathing.
He wanted to start bashing things. That's a violent reaction.
You don't have a choice. You have to keep breathing.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
You have to keep breathing or I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, because you have to keep breathing means, man, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably turning into some kind of space monster, but you have to keep breathing.
They're both good answers, but you should tell him he'll be fine.
I wish I had your confidence. I mean, I know this is completely psychosomatic, but as soon as I started thinking about the air possibly causing this, it's like it suddenly became 10 times harder to breathe. My lungs feel all achy and green. I know it's ridiculous. Doesn't mean I don't feel that way. I sometimes thought about that. Something tastes like a certain color or something. You ever had that where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll luck out. I'm a lot bigger than the rats. Maybe I'll have to take in a great deal more air before I start experiencing the side effects. Not knowing that, though, that's what's killing me at the moment. I just wish, oh God, hang on. Oh God. We're getting into it, folks. This is it right here. Sorry, I couldn't stop my gag reflex. Hatch just tore into Wilby's guts, and yeah, I turned around and threw up, which I think is fair. My puke had kind of a green tint to it, too, so my mind is churning the implications way of that. Why won't they stop screaming? Throw them some more food? Food is what started this. Maybe...
Food will end it?
Yeah, because they were fighting over a last scrap of food.
I would have done that to begin with.
Yeah, throw them some more food. Yeah, good thing. Normally I'd be worried using up my rations, but I know there are more to be recovered from the cargo. Apparently from the ships tossed all over the moon like toys in some hyperactive child's bedroom. But whatever, the rats were quiet earlier while they were eating. And right now, that's the only thing I want is for them to stop making their hideous noise. Here you go, guys. Bon appetit.
Is it working?
Working? Seems to be working, actually.
After you let them die. Good
They're
job.
kind of afraid. But see, they're not. They're not bleeding or anything. They've, become, immortal or something. They're kind of frenzy over food, but they're quiet, and at least they're leaving, well, never mind. Wild Boy's body alone. That poor little guy, or you should get out.
I don't know. I think at this point it keeps giving us the option to get out, so let's just go.
Yeah, because you set up your thing, you don't think you can do anything, and the rats might be like, hey, this food is done. Where's more food? I don't have more food. You're the food.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's get out. Believe me, I've been trying to figure out my options. There's only a one-way corridor out of this control room. The proximity monitor told me that whatever the 5 people, they're going to be here in a matter of minutes. If I hold out, I think I can sprint out here and make it outside before they get to the doorway. And then what? I'd have a matter of a few seconds to assess the situation, figure out whether they're a threat. And if they are, I pretty much have to opt for flight because fight is an option when it's 5 against 1. My heart is jackhammering in the back of my throat right now. At least it's louder than the rats. So what do you think I should do? Make a break for it. I get this feeling like the rats are going to turn on him.
They do it.
Right? That's the plan. I'm going to crack a glow rod for the sprint down the hallway. That goes with my left hand, my right hand makes a fist, and that's as prepared I am for what happens next. Although, maybe I'm freaking myself out for nothing, you know? Wouldn't the odds overwhelmingly support the idea that the people approaching aren't hostile? They're either a rescue team, please, or fellow crash survivors who are in the same predicament I am.
I mean, is it possible it could be any of his own crew?
I don't know, because he found their bodies, remember? He said there wasn't a lot left of them.
Oh.
Maybe I can offer them food that keeps them from collapsing. Maybe I'm the one who helps rescue them. We keep broadcasting SOS until somebody hears us. Yeah, okay, I'm talking myself off a ledge. All this makes me so much sense. Oh my God, Wild Boy.
What?
What just
the
happened?
rat?
There's something green crawling out from his body. Oh my God. It's something that exists on Earth. It's that same, glowing green, like its whole body's made of rat's eyes. Oh God, and it's reeling
Sinews.
and veins back into the body mass, like reattaching them from inside Slim. Like this whole thing I don't know is working at him like a puppet, a marionette.
Ew, that's gross. I would get away from it.
Got time to move, boy. Believe me, I was backpedaling in the opposite corner while I was telling you about the situation. I mean, the scientist in me is fascinated at the idea that I'm witnessing an unknown life form. And if my EV Shoots camera hadn't cropped out on day 1, I'd be recording every angle of this. But that doesn't mean I'm not ready to bail if that thing so much as sneezes in the wrong direction. Try to capture it, or you have to kill it.
My thing would be I would try and kill it.
I think we'll try to kill it.
Because if you don't kill it, it's going to try and kill you.
It's also proven itself to be like a parasitic life form.
Exactly.
Okay.
I was going to make a comment.
Why didn't we get out of here?
I was going to make a comment, but I'm not.
Kill it with what? It's not like I've got a roll-up newspaper. Besides, this unknown species, I think that kill it is now humans are going to deal with first contact. B, if I make an aggressive move on the wounded one, who say the other 3 won't turn on me?
Why haven't you even left?
I don't know. Maybe just capture it?
Fine. Whatever. Just do it.
Let's give it the other one. Capture with what? I told you already this isn't like a cargo.
Well, then stop asking.
There isn't a bunch of junk lying around. If I know I was going to use a rat cage or a mason jar, I'd have packed them. And an ashtray and a paddle game and a remote control and some matches and a lamp and a chair and that's all. Uh-oh, computer flashing at me. What does it say? Okay, maybe we just had to stay here until something happened. Wow, this is kind of unbelievable. The ship that came crashing into the sector earlier, it's altered its flight path and it's decelerating. The ship's new arc will take it right to this moon. And it's not as if I can tell much of anything about telemetry from these old school blocky monitors and pixelated readouts. But if I had to guess, it's locking into land inside the crater. It's to nab me from inside this mysterious peak to get me the hell out of this news.
Get you the hell off this rock.
Oh.
It's excellent news.
Excellent news. Right now I just have to make it past the lab rats and hope that the 5 people walking my front doorsteps are friendlies and try to figure out... Uh-oh.
See,
It pulsed again.
That's what I was thinking. The pulse was still going to go off, and then maybe that ship was here for them. What a pain.
No, it's perceiving
You know, that's bad. You can't even get service on the moon.
No, this is the last thing I need. What if I do if the ship comes to rescue me, and then Pete decides to bring disappear with me inside it before they get here? Don't be inside it!
Duh.
Yeah, you see, but this is where the computers are. If I hadn't gone inside here, I wouldn't know about the rescue ship in the first place. Here's what I don't understand. I mean, there's a list of mile long things I don't understand, but here's one more bullet point to add. So this is clearly the control room, so who's supposed to be in the control of it? Who is it built for, and where are they now? Oh no, it's happening again. What is it?
Oh my goodness.
What is? It's that sound again, the screaming from the rats. Oh god. Are they out of food, or are they mourning Wild Boy?
They're probably out of food.
Yeah, they finished what I gave them. They eat down to the smallest crumb. And I keep tossing them a snack every few minutes just to keep them quiet. It's just, I've got too many plates to keep spinning right now. The rats, food supply, the ship, the computers, well, I guess just figured out which plate to spin next, for better or for worse. What am I kidding? It's never for better. Which plate? The proximity alarm just dropped from 4 approaching shapes to 4, 2, 1, 0, because they're no longer in proximity. They're in presence. They've entered the peak. They're in the same long, dark hallway that I walked through. The same hallway where the rats brushed my legs before I knew they were my rats, back when all 4 of them were alive. Are any of them actually alive, carrying those green creatures around inside of them? Same hallway where I really wish I would have looked for a side quarters. Place to hide in the dark to plan my escape. The same hallway that now stands between me and the freedom of the outdoors. How screwed up is that? I'm considering the cracked and uninhabited surface of this moon to represent freedom. Hey, I just had a weird thought. Can I run it by you?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so I've still got 1 glow rod left. I just peeked down the hall, and if these guys have any kind of lights, they're sure not using them. That's a 5-minute trudge in near total blackness. There's just the low light of the control room at the end to guide them. Should I maybe crack a glow rod and toss it down the hall towards them? Oh. What? Why? What's the point?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Because you can't go off... and this is weird, and maybe this is just like writing because, you know, there's so many different paths you can go down to and all this other stuff is, but you were terrified of these guys 10 minutes ago. Okay,
of
so
the
why...
aliens?
No, these people that are walking in. So why are you something like, hey, let's help them out a little bit, you know?
Right.
You know what? Absolutely not. Just sit here, and if they come, they're good. Just sit. We're going to sit right here. Come on down. You made it. You did it. Come on, Chief. All right. I get where you're coming from. Heck yeah. No point wasting my few resources before I have any idea about these people or their intentions. Exactly. I've been trying to stay optimistic, thinking it might come across as a gesture of goodwill, a peace offering. I'd let them know that I'm in here and that I'm trying to make their journey easier. If they turn out to be stragglers, survivors from another ship, one of those downed ships... God, I'm sorry, guys. My mouth is just dry. I can't even imagine how relieved they feel to see a gesture of friendliness at this point. Me, personally, I probably would have broken down crying in gratitude to somebody who tossed me close to it, but holding off is probably smart. I was wrong to throw one. No, just wait. Act casual. Relax. Maybe put some stuff on. I mean, that's how you be a good host, right?
I would hate if they walked in there and found out that, like, thinking that he was the one targeting their ships.
Yeah, that would be very bad.